Hey guys, it's Awesome Guy 4, and today I'm going to be ranking every gun in Fortnite. Like, every gun that's ever been in the base game modes, right? So I'm not going to be ranking, like, anything from the Thanos modes, because it's really not fair to mix those in with just the normal guns, because, well, they don't stand a chance, really. Alright, so we're going to start off, Suppress SMG. I remember there was one season when it was like better than the Scar. It was super OP, really good. But now it's just kind of, it's not bad, but it's just decent. It got left off as bad. Then the Deadpool dualies, useless. They did nothing. They healed you, but barely at all. They did no damage. They were worse than the non-mythic dualies that were put in the game earlier. Then we have the Scar. The gold Scar, it's you know what? Since the headshot nerf, I don't like it as much. You can't even, it just doesn't do as much damage. Especially at range, when you headshot someone, it does like less than 50, and that's just not good. So, it's just good. It's good. Slightly above average. Then the heavy sniper, it was really good. That ability to break builds, like metal builds, even in one hit, I think that was a bit too strong. C4, it was really good as well. The boom bow was definitely OP. The non-mythic one from, I forget what season, I think 9, and that was the season it was in. Yeah, it could do like 100 on a non-direct hit. So like you would shoot beside someone and hit them for 100. Definitely OP. The normal SMG, since the headshot nerf, it's just good, it's not too OP or anything, I think it's really good, because it's still a lot of applied pressure on your opponent. Brutus minigun, super OP. I hated versing that thing. It was super fast fire rate, it was super accurate too, and there was just, you couldn't build, right? Like, it would go straight through your builds, even if you have, like, pretty low ping, The burst, even with the recent change to it, it's still bad. It's just not good to get a burst. I would way rather have an AR. Now, the gold/purple tack. That thing, like, start of Chapter 2, it would hit for, like, really hard headshots, like 190 or something. That would be OP. But since the changes, it's just good. Nothing crazy, nothing too OP. I'd say the tack is just average now, the non-gold and purple one. These traps, I never really liked them. I don't know, maybe some of you did, but they were just kind of bad, not good. These things were okay in, like, Final Circle. They would, like, have a huge area of effect, but, like, really, in any other game, you could just shoot them, and then they would just run away out of the blast area. So they were just kind of bad as well. The AR, it's, it's average ever since the headshot damage nerf. Semi-sniper, also average, it had a decent fire rate, like boom, boom. But, nothing too crazy. It couldn't one-shot headshot, which made it balanced. The infantry rifle. I really liked this gun. It was really good, for sure. It wasn't OP, though, in my opinion, because it took skill to use. The reason I liked it so much, and I think they should add it back, is because it didn't really depend on your bloom, right? It was all your aim. And I was kind of really good with it when it... it started off with, like, bullet travel time. It wasn't hit scan. That one was absolutely awful, but when they changed that, it was a really good gun. Compact SMG, it's really good. That fast fire rate, huge magazine, it really pressures your opponent. I mean, that makes me think I should move that down to good, though, just because compact is obviously better. The bottle rockets, what do I even say? They were absolutely awful. Literally, like, just, no reason to ever pick those up. I remember when they showed, like, the release trailer, everyone was like, oh, those look like they're going to be kind of OP. Then when they got released, people were, like, trying to make videos about it. No one could get a single kill with it for their video. So, absolutely trash. Oh wait, this is the TNT Boombo. Oh yeah, that was bad. No, that was bad. Now the regular Boombo was OP. This was the Burst SMG. It was just useless. It's like, imagine the rapid fire SMG, but like every 3 bullets it just stops shooting. It's just so bad. No one, I don't think anyone liked that gun. Like, no one's gonna disagree. These little batarang things, I don't remember them too well. I forget what season they were in, but they kind of like tracked your opponent and did like 50 or so damage. They were average, you know. Because of that tracking, they weren't awful or anything, so I'll put them in average. Clingers, they were so annoying, but half the time they didn't work. I would put them in OP. In fact, that's where I'm going to put them, because when they did actually work, they were OP, but half the time they didn't work and they did no damage, so, you know, I can't really put them too high. The Infinity Blade, super OP. You know, I'm sure you've all seen that clip of Som just in a pro tournament just destroying the whole lobby with this thing. There was nothing you could do. You didn't stand a chance. It was just over. The combat shotgun, it's, you know, when it first got released, it was actually broken, like it didn't work properly. It had like a headshot damage bug. But, you know, I'd say it's OP because fast fire rate, insane range, and really good damage considering the range and fire rate. So I'd say that's OP. You know, if it got added back, it'd be fun, but they would have to nerf it, I'd say. TAC AR, I want this thing to get added back. It's a lot of fun. It has a pretty tight bullet spread. It used light ammo, but it wasn't good at super far range. So I'd say it's just good, you know. It's not really good or anything, but it was really fun. I liked using it, and you know, it wasn't too good or too bad. So the double barrel shotgun, I think it got nerfed after a while. It started off as like really good, but I think it ended up just being good, you know, because it was situational. If you like got right in someone's face and went boom boom, they were dead, you know, didn't stand a chance. But because of the 2 shots that it got, and if you missed one of those, you were kind of screwed. I'm going to leave it in good. Some of you might disagree with that, but, you know. This gun, I don't know, I never liked it. It was decent, I guess, but I found you would just run out of ammo while you were spraying it, and it didn't have the damage. It did, like, a 40 damage headshot max, and that's if you were, like, barrel stuffing their face. The drum gun, when it first got released, I'd put it in super OP, to be honest. It did like 50-some headshot. It was insane. But, you know, then it got nerfed. It's really been, like, everywhere, to be honest. The current Jules drum gun is absolute garbage. I would use a normal SMG over that thing. But, you know, the drum gun when it first got released was super OP, and in that picture it shows the super OP one, so I'm just going to leave it there. That's like the Season 5 drum gun right there. Dual pistols I really liked. They were like, kind of like after double pump got removed, I used them as my second pump. You know, I would shoot my pump and then switch to the dualies and then switch back to my pump. And that worked really well. I'm going to say they were good, because they were a bit inconsistent with the headshot damage. Like, sometimes you would hit 88, sometimes you'd hit 44. They didn't have first shot accuracy, so I'm going to say good. You know, they're kind of in between good and really good. The crossbow. The crossbow was just useless. It had bullet travel time, didn't do enough damage to make up for it. Just not a good weapon in the game in general. The hand cannon had a time in its life where it could one-shot fully built wooden builds, and that was OP. That was definitely OP. But then it got nerfed, and now I'd say it's just good, you know? I really like this gun. I think they should bring it back. It was a lot of fun, you know? It rewarded accuracy, and, you know, it's a really fun gun to use, you know? Dynamite, it was just a bit useless. And I don't know, I'm just gonna say decent. No, bad for sure. I never found it really useful to me. It just didn't really do much. The Meowscles gun, yeah, I think it's underrated, to be honest. Like, I don't know. This thing, it did like 88 headshot or something like that. You know, it's good. It's good. Some people might say like average or bad or so, like, but I don't know. Whenever I used it, if you hit your shots and you didn't try to spray it, that's the thing. If you try to hold down the trigger and shoot that thing, it's not going to work for you. You got to use it like an infantry rifle. Midas drum gun, super OP. It was like highest DPS in the game, hitting for 50 headshot. Like, if you verse a controller player on this gun, you're gone. You might as well just uninstall the game. Sky's AR, super OP. It's like a normal Scar, but with like way faster fire rate and more damage. It was just deadly. You could get lasered by that thing. Another crossbow is just useless. That was like the zombie hunting one. It did like 40 damage, but shot a bit faster. It was kind of bad. The heavy shotgun. I really liked this thing. It had good range and like a medium fire rate. It was in between the pump and the tac, right? And it did pretty good damage. It couldn't 200, but you know, neither could the Chapter 2 pump. But like, yeah, this thing came out in Close Encounters recently, and I liked it. Not as much as the combat. Like, obviously, nothing's as good as the combat. But yeah, this gun, not bad. Definitely not bad. The bolt-action sniper rifle, that's just good. You know, solid weapon. Hits for like 100 damage in the body, 200 to the head. Nothing to complain about. Decent reload. This gun, it's bad. That's the OG burst rifle, you know. It's pretty much the same as this gun, except older and, you know, a different look. Okay, so, moving on, we have the Thanos glove. It's just super OP. What can I say there? It gave you, like, 200 shield, 800 health or so. They actually nerfed it. I think it had more than that. It was a really fun game mode. Didn't mind it at all. Let's see, what's next? The Scoped AR. I would like to see how this would work in, like, today's meta. Because, I don't know, with how Bloom is, I feel like a gun like this that doesn't have that Bloom and has the scope on it would be good at long range. But, like, you know, I'd say it's just good. Pretty, like, it's not bad. You know, I'm going to put average. Scoped, silenced AR, you know, another average gun. It just did less damage, and the suppressor really didn't add anything to it, you know. In a game like Fortnite, you don't need a suppressor on your guns. The suppressor only really worked on the sniper. That, you know, just suppressed AR didn't really work for me. Rocket launcher, OP, super annoying. Hate this gun. I want it to get vaulted, personally. Like, the thing about it is that you don't even have to hit your shot, and it'll hit you for like 130 damage. You just shoot in someone's general direction, it destroys all of their builds and hits them for over 100. Come on, how's that fair? Grenades, back when they were, like, back in the old days, they were bad, you know. But once people started figuring out how to use them by, like, stacking nades onto a box, they became really good. Really good for sure. I'd almost put them in OP, just because, you know, if you get a stack of nades on you, there's really not much you can do, and they hit for heavy damage, 100 damage per grenade. Grenade launcher, also OP, pretty much the same as grenades, but you could have 6 per magazine, and back when you could carry infinite rockets, so good. Literally insane gun. But, you know, now there's a rocket cap. It's OP. OP, though, still. Guided missile, it didn't really do much damage when they brought it back. You know, they said it was being brought back as more of a scouting weapon, and that's what it was, so it was kind of just average. You know, it was a lot of fun, though, for sure. Like, you could do self-rocket rides, which, you know, that's a good time, you know. LMG, 100 bullets doing 25 body shot, 50 headshot. You know, and I gotta put it OP. Because you could just never stop shooting that thing and just wipe a whole squad with it. There was like a ninja clip of him in Tilted Towers just destroying people with it. OP gun, for sure. Harpoon, I'm not counting as a gun. Another crossbow, just useless. Hunting rifle, I'm going to put it in good with the bolt sniper because, that's what it is. It's a good gun, not OP or anything. But, yeah, it's pretty fun, too, so. This infantry rifle, it was good. It only had an 8-bullet mag, did less damage than the purple and gold one. Definitely not bad. But, when it first released, yet again, it had that bullet travel time. In Season 7, it just sucked, right? Because it had the bullet travel, and you couldn't hit a shot with that thing. It's like using a sniper rifle, but with less damage. Then we have the pump. Now, the OG pump, back when it could do, 200 damage for a gray pump, that was really good. But, it was just bad. The gray pump, especially in Chapter 2, it was hitting for 140 headshot. What is that? No, it was decent at best. It was just not good. Not good at all. Dude, I don't understand why they put it into the ground. The only viable pump was the purple and gold. And the purple and gold was really good because it could hit for 200 to the head and 100 to the body. Right? That's all you need from your pump shotgun. If they just brought it, dude, I don't even know. I found using the gray, green, or blue pump shotgun, I just hated it. I couldn't do it. Right? It was just so bad. The Junk Rift, it was really good in competitive playlists and stuff. Well, people are turtling, you just throw that into their box and they're just dead. It hit for 200, I'm pretty sure. It was either 100 or 200, I forget, but it was really good. In pubs, not so much, but in competitive, that thing could do some damage. The Kingsman, it was kind of bad. I only ever used it for skybasing, which, Next up, the lightsabers. They were really good, how they could block bullets for so long, You could, use them instead of wasting all your materials, you could do that. I didn't find them OP or anything, though, just because in a gunfight, if your enemy's really good with a shotgun, they might outgun you there. But they were definitely good. Zapatron I'm not going to rate because it wasn't really meant to be in the game. Heavy AR, I'm going to put it in good just because, it's if you're accurate with it, it's good. But never too great. Mythic Goldfish it's average, for how rare it is to find that thing. It just, yeah, it does 200 damage, but your odds of throwing that at someone and hitting them, as soon as they see you've got that, they're just going to play completely differently and not let you get a single hit, right? If they know you have it, you're not hitting them. There's no way you're hitting them. Next up, the turret. That thing was OP when it got released. It was so hard to hit the person off of it, and it did 40 damage a hit. And it had so much health, too. You could just destroy someone with it, and they couldn't break it. Compact SMG, I think I already have. A revolver, it was average. It was kind of meh, Let's see. The pistol, average again. Not horrible in some situations, but against most guns, it's just... No, I'm lowering it one more. This was the green and blue heavy AR. It wasn't very good, to be honest. It was average. This thing, OP. Definitely OP. You just shoot one of these things near someone, and it hits them for damage. When this thing was out in solid gold, I got so much damage on people with that thing. Proximities, useless. Never did anything with them throughout their entire release. Quad launcher, OP. It's like a rocket launcher, but it shoots 4. They do less damage, yeah, but, it's 4 rockets still. The rapid fire SMG. It's really good right now. I don't know if you guys watch Cypher PK. He says it's the best gun in the game. I think it's one of the best in the game for sure. It's insane DPS. If you guys don't use this thing, it's it's my favorite SMG in the game. But you guys should definitely try it out if you don't. So I'm not sure what that is. I don't think it's ever been in the Battle Royale. Traps, OP, to be honest. When they do 150 damage for one trap, that's OP. I think if they bring them back, they should make them do like 75, something like that. But yeah, a lot of people want them back. Revolver, people hating on my man, the Revolver, super OP. Not gonna lie, best gun in the game. If you find a gray Revolver off spawn, you're killing the whole lobby with that thing, not gonna lie. This SMG, it was really old. It was bad. It didn't do much damage. TAC SMG, OP, insane fire rate, insane DPS. Like, dude, you didn't stand a chance against that thing. This gun was kind of average, It was, it didn't do insane damage, but it was enough damage to get by, This pistol, it's just bad. Not good at all. The 6-shooter, as much as I wanted to love this gun, I just didn't. It's like the last word from Destiny. I wanted to love it so much, but I just couldn't because it didn't have the damage. And it was just so hard to use and only had 6 bullets in the mag. I wanted to love it, but I couldn't. Alright, and then we have the rusty can. It was useless. Never need to use that thing, ever. Snowball launcher. This was an impact grenade launcher. Definitely OP. The thing is, they exploded on impact, so it was super easy to use and super effective. Stinks. So annoying that I think they have to be OP. Because, it's just free chip damage on your opponent, If they're boxed up and you throw one of those things, you get, at least 10 damage. And you can just, keep throwing them as you turtle. If you have 6 of these and they're gonna turtle, they have, a 2-block radius or so. So, you can just cover their turtle with these things and you'll get, 30 damage for free. Storm Scout, it was good, Another sniper. It could do 200 to the head, and it had 6 bullets in the mag, but they didn't shoot super fast, so it wasn't as fast as the semi-auto. Suppressed sniper, if you had a gold one, it was good, but if you had a purple one, it only did 95 body, and that kind of sucked. But for the gold one, it was good, 200 to the head, 100 to the body. The thermal AR, it was never really good. It was always kind of average. The pickaxe, super OP, obviously. This was the zapper traps. So, the thing is they took up an inventory slot, which I didn't like. I don't want to have an inventory slot to carry a trap. But, you could throw these on the side of someone's box, and it would deal damage to them inside the box. So if I was outside someone's box, I would just get free damage on them. I'm not sure how long they took to activate, but I think they were good, other than the fact that they took an inventory slot. Minigun, OP, hate it, always have. It's just so annoying to fight against. It's so effective and so annoying. Just never liked that. This was a really good gun. It was balanced, but it was really good, because it could do 180 to the head and 90 to the body, but it only got one shot before having to do its reload. And, it knocked you upward. If you aimed it down, you could get, high ground on someone using it. It was only slightly OP, actually. It wasn't completely balanced. Because, 180 to the head, that's kind of crazy, This gun, it's awful. It was so bad. It's like a sniper, but full auto. It does less than 100 to the head. How do you have a sniper that does less than someone's full health? That's just kind of crazy. This suppressed, it was good. It was good. It was better back in like Season 4 when people built a bit less. I think all pistols in general were, but the suppressed pistol was fairly accurate and did good damage. So Storm Flip, it was good. I don't know. I never really utilized it much, but it wasn't bad for sure. It like, if you were in the storm and you threw it down, it would make it so that that area, that bubble, isn't in the storm. Like, you would just survive there for a while. Charge shotgun, awful. Get out of the game right now. Hate it. Vault it immediately. Absolute garbage. Vault it, please, now. Jules drum gun, it's just bad. Like, you know, since the SMG headshot nerf, it does like 36 headshot and only 24 body. Dude, I don't know, it's not the same as the Midas. Kiss charge, bad, as well as the other one. Ocean's Burst, dude, it's really good, really good. Give this thing a chance. Really fun to use. Firefly Jar, it's just kind of useless. I don't like it. It's just, it's so hard to use it, you know? You, like, throw it down, it lights some builds on fire, but the fire doesn't spread really far, or fast. Like, you can easily outrun the fire. And then, the legendary hunting rifle. You know, it's really good. The hip fire accuracy it's really nice hip fire accuracy. It does, like, 100 damage to the body, you know, so if someone doesn't have any shield, you can one-shot body them with the hunting rifle. So, I mean, you know, that's really strong. Anyways, though, that's kind of it. That's all of the guns that have ever been in Fortnite Battle Royale. But, yeah, let me know what you thought of this tier list. Let me know if there are any changes you would make. But, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.